Hello boys and girls, it's Miss Leonard again, and today in Social Studies we will be talking about communities again. Last time we talked about our family community, and today we are going to especially pay attention to our school community. Our Pennsylvania standards for this lesson are here. And by the end of this lesson, we will be able to draw pictures of people who are in authority at school and list what their roles are. Before we begin, we are going to listen to a story about school called Froggy Goes to School.
He Goes to School by Jonathan London. It was the first day of school. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. The sun was high in the sky. "Oh no, the bus, he cried. "I'll miss the bus." He hopped out of bed and flopped outside. Flop, flop, flop. The school bus was leaving. "Wait, wait," he yelled and took a mighty hop. The bus hissed to a stop and the door folded open. Froggy flopped up the steps. Flop, flop, flop. But when he reached the top, everybody laughed and pointed their fingers. "Froggy!" yelled his friend Max. "What? Did you forget something?" Froggy looked down. Oops, he was in his underwear. He dashed to the back of the bus and hid behind Max's umbrella all the way to school. At school, he hopped behind the bushes. He tried to hide behind the flagpole. He rolled down the hall like a bowling ball. And in class, he pretended to be a flower pot. "Froggy!" called his teacher. "What?" But it wasn't his teacher at all. It was his father. Froggy rubbed his eyes. He had been dreaming. He was still in bed. "Rise and shine, Froggy," said his father. "It's the first day of school." This time Froggy got all dressed. Zip, zoop, zup, 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 zat. Then he flopped into the kitchen. Flop, flop, flop. He tried to pour milk on his bowl of flies, but the carton flew out of his hands. "You're just nervous about school, Froggy," said his mother. "Everybody is, the first day." "Not me," cried Froggy. And together they leapfrogged all the way to the bus stop. Flop, flop, flop. At school, Froggy found his name on the table. He liked his name. It was the first word he knew how to read. It was the only word he knew how to read. "Froggy!" He read it aloud, louder and louder. "Froggy!" cried his teacher, Miss Witherspoon. "What?" "Hush, dear, it's time to pay attention." But it was hard to pay attention. He squirmed. He looked out the window at the falling leaves. He felt like a leaf. Falling, falling, plop. He fell out of his chair. Oops. "Kindly stay in your seat, dear," said Miss Witherspoon. "We'll sit on the floor at circle time." At circle time, Miss Witherspoon said, "Now, children, today I'd like you to tell us what you did last summer. Who wants to go first?" Froggy shouted, "Me, me, 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 me." And so did Max. Miss Witherspoon went clap, 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 and everybody went clap, 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 clap with her. Then they grew very quiet. "Now one at a time," said Miss Witherspoon. When Froggy's turn came, he jumped up and said, "Last summer I learned how to swim," and he sang, "Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken airplane soldier." Everybody jumped up and joined in. Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken airplane soldier. When, uh-oh, in walked the principal, Mr. Mugwort. Bubble, bubble. "Oops," cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Mr. Mugwort glared at him. Then he joined in. Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken airplane soldier, till the bell rang for recess. When Froggy flopped off the bus after school, his father said, "Froggy, how was your first day of school?" "Great," said Froggy. "I taught the principal how to swim." "That's nice," said his mother. But where's your lunchbox and baseball cap? Oops, I left them at school. Oh, Froggy, will you ever learn? Said his mother. That's why I'm going to school, Mom. And together they leapfrogged. All the way home. Flop, flop, flop.
The grown-ups in Froggy Goes to School were mainly the teacher and the principal. At William Dick, we also have a principal, and her name is Miss Williams. It's Miss Williams' job to be in charge of all the students and staff to make sure everyone has a good, smooth, safe day at school. We have a lot of other adults at school, like Miss Kutzer, and Officer Despot, and Miss Shamper. There's even janitors and art teachers and gym teachers, and everyone's job is to make sure that you have a good day at school. I'm going to draw some of the grown-ups that I think are really important at William Dick and write down the responsibilities they have to make sure our school community is safe and fun. Here is my finished product. I wrote my school community. I have Miss Williams, who makes sure everything runs smoothly. I have Miss Kutzer, who helps us express our feelings. Officer Despot, who keeps us safe, and Miss Shamper, who teaches us. I included a little paw print with Roar in the corner to represent our school. William Dick, like every good community, has a list of rules. It is very important, and it is our job at school to follow the rules, especially ones that make us respect one another and the property of the school. Following rules like respect and responsibility help us to have fun and be safe while learning. Every community has rules. As a citizen, you have to follow the laws. As a child, you have to follow your parents' rules at home. And in school, we have to follow the school's rules and our teachers' rules. I hope you are all staying safe at home.